Today, November 22, 2024, the law of causality, loves all to become Buddha, the class of becoming a saint, right thinking, part 64, continues to present to life the Dharma teaching 2026, question 2026, miracle 226, how to build a communist society, virtue of the holy sages. Part 28. Question 2026. Today, November 22, 2024, we respectfully wish for Master Minh Tuệ, as well as the esteemed teachers renowned worldwide, to continue helping humanity awaken to the truths in question 2025. These are the immortal truths for all time, to be practiced every day and forever, and following today's question 2026, truth 64 in the class of becoming a saint, right thinking, right speech. And today, we add content to question 226, how to attain one of the 9 holy virtues of the 49 words of humility, to become the noble ones who are enlightened. Today, you all practice together the 4th holy virtue, competing to offer life, which means every day you must think and share your intentions on how to achieve right thinking, right speech, loving speech, holy speech to transform all karmic connections, to attain complete happiness.
Since ancient times, you have often heard, live in the present. Happiness is in every moment of the present, not waiting for a distant, vague, dreamlike future. But why has there not been an environment that proves it has helped humanity find happiness in the present and forever? Because there are no enlightened masters with guiding destiny, because have not attained boundless compassion, thus cannot help students to know how to live in the most virtuous way, to transform all karmic connections for happiness in the present and forever. Due to the absence of enlightened masters with guiding destiny, so all teachings about happiness have caused humanity to suffer more and more? Is that the truth? For example, 1. Teaching humanity to have happiness, one must be immersed in fame and profit. 2. And teaching humanity to have happiness, one must find a thatched roof with 2 golden hearts. But in the end, is it true that all are suffering and misery? And is it true, at the end of the road of fame and fortune, 2 empty hands, a piece of moon love, waning moon, turned to white bones? 3. And teaching humanity to have happiness, one must find many soulmates. But in the end, is it still happiness sought from the outside world, leading to eternal unhappiness? 4. And teaching humanity to have happiness, one must know sufficiency. But in the end, is it still happiness in longing, forever withering in sorrow for countless lifetimes? 5. And teaching humanity to have happiness, one must live a life of asceticism. But in the end, is it still happiness in the suffering of egoistic asceticism, and forever suffering for eternity?
6. And the journey to seek happiness continues to give rise to philosophies. Happiness is found in a simple soul, in a peaceful, tranquil, and simple life. And in the end, after all, it is still happiness in the ego, in the pleasures of paradise, still the small happiness sought by women, still the happiness of subtle longings, thus forever entangled in suffering. From ancient times to now, all philosophies teaching humanity to seek happiness are merely happiness in illusion, happiness in desire, happiness in the painful longings, and most importantly, all philosophies about happiness from ancient times to now are wrong in cause and effect, so in the end, they all reap tragic consequences. Is this not the truth? For to have true happiness, immortal, eternal, there is only one path, to live the most holy life.
And to know how to live in the most holy way, there is only one path. Just like the Buddha's virtue of setting out to seek a teacher and learn the way, one must have a heart fully devoted to seeking the path like the Buddha. Even if in the beginning, one mistakenly practices the wrong method like the Buddha did, or if one is still influenced by past karma, ultimately, thanks to a heart that is fully devoted to seeking the path, fully desiring to live in the most holy way, one must receive the fruit of knowing how to live in the most holy way. This is the holy truth, the invaluable holy wisdom, which you should remember for eternity to save countless future lives. This means that you should look within your hearts. If you find your hearts are like the Buddha's heart, fully devoted to seeking the path, ready to absolutely follow your master, even if your master guides you through the harsh practice of 10 deaths and 1 life, you must be willing to sacrifice, to give your life for the path to attain enlightenment. Sacrificing for the path so that one may be reborn but attain enlightenment, so that one is reborn not with a heart afraid of death, not with a heart desiring immortality, not with a heart seeking fame, profit, desire, ego, or to be praised by the world, or to leave a name for eternity.
All hearts with such intentions, that is why they continue to practice wrongly, still cannot attain enlightenment. On the contrary, if with a holy heart like the Buddha's, fully devoted to seeking the path, one hopes to see the path, it means hoping to know how to live in the most holy way to help humanity also know how to live in the most holy way. Because that is the only way for happiness to last forever. If one is fully devoted to seeking the path with a holy heart like the Buddha's, ready to absolutely follow their teacher, even through the harsh practice of 10 deaths and 1 life, one will also happily follow absolutely to hope to see the path to know how to live in the most holy way to help countless future lives also know how to live in the most holy way. With such holy intentions, one will ultimately receive the sweet fruit, will attain enlightenment and will know how to live in the most holy way.
If you find that your hearts are not fully devoted to seeking the path with holy intentions like the Buddha's, then for eternity you will not be able to see the holy path, because 1. A mind normally seeking the path with a normal intention will see a normal path. 2. A mind seeking the path that is quite virtuous with a quite virtuous intention will see a quite virtuous path, will know how to live quite virtuously, will enjoy the blessings of the heavenly realm. But if one does not progress, when the blessings of being human are exhausted, one must correspond to the temporary realm, continuing to repay the suffering for eternity. 3. There is only one path. The mind seeking the path must be as virtuous as the Buddha, determined to become the most noble beings, to know how to live the most virtuous life, to know how to devote one's life the most. Only with such a virtuous mind seeking the path can receive virtuous results, can one fulfill the path and save for countless lifetimes to come. If you have not yet developed a mind seeking the path like the Buddha, have not yet had the intention to live virtuously like the Buddha, then strive daily to practice the highest worship, intend to cultivate the mind similar to the 4 noble aspirations, for noble truths below. 1. I recite Namo, all religions, sages and saints in the world. 2. I recite Namo, the sacred law of cause and effect, the most virtuous, the most beloved, loving all to become Buddha, loving all to become saints, eternal happiness. 3. I recite Namo, all saints, throughout the universe. 4. I recite Namo, the Venerable Shakyamuni, Buddha,
Dương nhất tâm Phật,
immortal forever, eternal happiness. Yes, indeed. I'm Kong Mong Ka Du Chi Cho Rieng Min. Don't expect and attach anything for myself. Every day I earnestly wish to pay homage to the 4 noble treasures, the universal honored master. And I sincerely wish every day all beings in the vast universe may happily practice the Dharma of living with the foundation of virtue and wisdom, living with the 4 noble aspirations below. 1. First prostration. I earnestly wish to pay homage, to have the aspiration for the four noble treasures to support me in meeting the enlightened Master who has guiding destiny to teach us to become enlightenments. 2. Second prostration. I earnestly wish to pay homage, to have the aspiration for the four noble treasures to support me, to attain the virtuous practice of wholeheartedly seeking the path and absolutely follow and practice the teachings. 3. Third prostration. I earnestly wish for eternal devotion to the sacred offering, to have the blessings of the four holy beings assist me, to witness the most sacred path of enlightenment. 4. Fourth prostration. I earnestly wish for eternal devotion to the sacred offering, to have the blessings of the four holy beings assist me, to become the Buddhas, the saints, the most sacred beings, so that I may know how to live the most virtuous life, so that I may know how to dedicate my life in the most sacred way to help countless generations also learn how to dedicate their lives in the most sacred way. For that is the only path to save future generations and find happiness in the present and forevermore. Thus I may hope to atone for the countless sins I have committed over countless lifetimes, having taken lives, harmed beings, and hurt people in myriad ways. Only then may I hope to find peace at the tranquil harbor. The four holy wishes above, the four great wishes above, are the eighth practice, the most sacred in human existence. If you are not happy every day with the sacred offering intention, wishing to achieve at least four holy wishes similar to the above, then know clearly your karma is still very heavy, and your compassion is still very small, only preferring to live a life of contentment and routine, as is common for women. Thus the illusory friend will always disturb you, preventing the sacred offering intention, and wishing from achieving those sacred wishes as mentioned above. On the contrary, if you, after realizing the four holy wishes above, feel moved, overflowing with happiness and will practice immediately, will each day engage in the sacred offering intention, wishing to achieve the four great wishes as above, then know clearly your karma is very light and your compassion is very great, so the illusory friend cannot disturb you, which means it is clear your hearts are so virtuous, such holy intention, then you must receive holy results just like that. That is the absolute truth about the law of cause and effect in the universe that will never change. You are blessed with boundless fortune, having been enlightened by the compassionate Father Buddha regarding the four holy wishes above. From that moment was still in his mother's womb. Honored Father had to endure the ultimate suffering of 9 months, 10 days, a state of suffocation, filth, wanting to breathe, wanting to speak, wanting to scream and cry but unable to. These are the states of immense suffering, which all of humanity, having followed the path of karma, killing, harming animals, and endlessly harming others, must endure and will have to endure forever, for countless lifetimes, until they attain at least 4 holy vows similar to the above. Then they will have enough good karma to be reborn as a human. However, due to the majority of humanity still being deeply entrenched in karma, when they become human, to be happy is to forget all vows amidst the storms. Forgetting all the vows made in their mother's womb, they do not live the holiest life and thus cannot repay the countless sins they have sown, leading to eternal suffering. Only honored Father with a heart of Buddha, blessed with immeasurable lifetimes, with boundless compassion over countless lifetimes, can remember the state of excruciating pain when he was still a fetus and recall the vows made, deciding to live with the holy vows, which helped him overcome 2 times 10 deaths and 1 life, almost died, situations and achieve the holy path, thus increasingly gifting to life thousands of sacred ethical foundations, thousands of the holiest ways of living, to transform all karmic connections. When you awaken to what the holiest way of living is, It means when you realize what the holiest practice is, what the holiest intention is to attain complete and eternal happiness, you will recognize 1. The happiness of the holy ones is the renunciation of desires, not the craving for desires. The more one renounces desires, the happier the heart becomes. 2. And happiness is about letting go, not about receiving. Let go a little, happiness a little. Let go a lot, happiness a lot. Let go of everything, will receive everything. 3. And the holiest happiness, happiness in the present moment and immortal for all eternity, is the complete giving of life, the holy giving of life. 4. Offer little to life, receive little happiness. Offer much to life, receive much happiness. Offer endlessly to life, will receive endless love. Since ancient times, you have often heard about struggling for higher wages, shorter working hours. But have you ever heard of struggling for longer working hours, lower wages? And have you ever heard, I wish for the dawn to come quickly so I can offer my life? And have you ever heard, I wish there were 48 hours in a day so I could offer my life? These are the heartfelt wishes of the noble Buddhas who are fully enlightened in the realm of cause and effect, offering life completely, loving the universe eternal happiness, seeing you, day by day, happily offering life endlessly, and witnessing the parents who practice incorrectly, leading to a lonely and disheartened life, only wanting to practice in comfort and enjoyment, ultimately having to bear the consequences for eternity. It is truly heartbreaking for human existence. Please remember these 15 truths forever. 1. Humanity will continue to suffer endlessly if they do not awaken to the divine mission of human life, which is to repay the debts of life across countless lifetimes. And the more sacred divine mission is to dedicate all time to offering life for eternity, offering the most sacred things to life. 2. Therefore, humanity will continue to suffer endlessly if they waste time offering life to trivial pursuits. 3. And if one has strayed into karma, wasted time, they must practice the 4 noble truths to hope to atone for the sins they have sown. 4. And the most sacred, the most blessed, the happiest offering of life, a testament to the Buddha mind, the holy mind, a testament that will increasingly save countless generations, is to dedicate all time wholeheartedly to sowing the seeds of rescue for humanity, living happily together with the noble moral foundations. 5. And the most sacred moral foundation is to practice the Dharma to collectively build socialist environments, noble morality, the law of cause and effect, loving the universe, eternal happiness. 6. And dedicate life with the holy heart to cultivate the 4 immeasurable minds to redeem all sins from countless lifetimes of killing, harming beings, and harming people endlessly. It is necessary to vow to dedicate life for countless lifetimes. 7. And one must vow that as long as there is one heart, one breath, there is still dedication to life. 8. And dedicate life with the holy heart to have enough good conditions corresponding to the holy land, which is when encountering contexts, circumstances, from the smallest to the most magnificent, all are happily dedicating life together. 9. This means that dedicating life with the holy heart is always happily living in accordance with the law of cause and effect, always happily dedicating life according to the law of cause and effect. If dedicating life according to the self, according to personal will, without needing to seek the teachings of anyone, then no matter how holy the act of dedicating life may be, it is still dedicating life according to desire, according to attachment. The more one dedicates, the more self-centered, the more suffering for eternity. 10. And if dedicating life while thinking that one is dedicating life, one will forever be in debt, forever suffering for countless lifetimes. Because that is an unholy thought. 11. This means that dedicating life with the holy heart will correspond to the Holy Land, when dedicating life, not thinking that one is dedicating life, but always affirming that one owes gratitude to others, has owed gratitude to life for countless lifetimes, so one is repaying the debt of gratitude to others, repaying the debt of gratitude to life, and will continue to repay the debt of gratitude forever, not that one is dedicating life. 12. And dedicating life with the holy heart is always proving living the holiest, the happiest, so that one can increasingly save countless generations. 13. And dedicating life with the holy love will correspond to the Holy Land, is when the evil laws are ever more overwhelming, the more one dedicates life infinitely. Only then is it truly the cause and effect that has been sown. Only then can all sins that have been sown be redeemed. Only then is there enough good conditions corresponding to the Holy Land. 14. From ancient times until now, practicing endlessly without finding happiness in the present is due to not living holily as above, not dedicating life holily as above. 15. If not disturbed by the illusory friend, one will always happily dedicate life holily as above. And if one does not transform karma immediately, does not find happiness in the present and forever, then cause and effect is not real and Buddhism would not have come into existence.